Mm, okay. All right. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Ajani. It's been such a long time since I've been here, but I was feeling called. I was feeling that it's time to show my face again and to show back up. Um, yeah, I'm super excited to be here, and I have such a lovely message for you guys, for those of you who tune in. Um, just a couple announcements really quick. Yes, it's been a while since I've been here, and I want to know a little change. A lot of you guys, know me maybe for doing like a lot of tarot work. And although I think tarot is such a beautiful tool, I won't be using it as much. I feel like, I kind of stepped away from tarot because I feel like, well, not completely, just kind of stepped away a little bit. But I feel like when it comes to tarot, um, tarot is a powerful tool for guidance, but it should never replace your own intuition, right? And I feel like, intuition is so powerful. That's a part of your power, right? And when we use tarot too much, it clouds our own connection with spirit, right? And when we're talking about intuition is just like tarot when it comes to pattern recognition, but just like on a higher level of consciousness, right? So I definitely feel like for a lot of people who use tarot a lot, who seek tarot a lot, it's definitely important to pull back and really access and connect with your own intuition. Um, I think I will pull it out every now and then, but I don't think it's something that I will like do every video like I did in the past. If you go to my videos now, you probably see that I did take off a lot of my videos. I definitely think presence is important. So, ooh, excuse me. Oh, yes, also, I'm challenging myself to just go live and record messages. I want to try to do this every day. That's my goal. I'm really trying to work through like self doubt and fear and perfectionism. So I'm just challenging myself to just, when I record a message or when I record a video, to just go live and fuck it. Hopefully I could say that. Um, but yeah, I think with that being said, I want to get into the message of today. And I kind of forgot the freaking um, title of my video because it was so important. I think it was something about Spirit speaks when the soul is ready. So the message of today is just like, listen, you know, Spirit speaks when the soul is ready. All you have to do is listen. So it's so funny how this particular message ties into my world like so much, and just like the way that it just like so powerfully fell into my lap, into my mind today. And it's kind of what influenced me to get on and talk with you guys today. But, you know, when the soul is ready, Spirit will speak. And all you have to do is listen. And I think this, what I'm about to tell you is like the primary, is like, when you are beginning your spiritual awakening, this is like a base component to building like your spiritual foundation, your connection with yourself and the universe. But when it comes to listening to the universe, you have to build a connection. Okay, sorry guys. I'm gonna stop myself right there and I'm gonna rewind because I feel like I need to tell you why it relates to me and then go into that. So for a while, I feel like I've been like in like a creative rut and really feeling like I want to show up again, but I'm just like, Spirit, I'm not really, we kind of already had an agreement that, I'm not going to be working with tarot moving forward in the future like that. And I'm like, I want to relay messages, but I just don't know how to without my tarot. And, I didn't know it yet, but the answer and the key to that question was listen. Okay. And this morning, I was feeling like I really wanted some messages from spirit, feeling like I just needed a little bit of guidance. So I went to my YouTube today, and there was this girl, she was doing a tarot reading, and she was talking about the birds, and like the birds have a message for you. Now, I'm very connected to the birds. Me and the birds were like this, okay? Um and I was asking the birds, because I have birds outside my window 24/7, right? So I asked the birds, I said, if this message is for me, give me a sign. You know what I'm saying? Let me know that I need to listen to that message. And I asked, I listened, I waited, nothing. I was like, okay, maybe they didn't hear me. So let me ask again. Um, I asked, I listened, I waited, nothing. And I was like, this is not my message. So I just scrolled down and I ended up seeing a message from Pretty Boss TV. Hey girl, if you see this, thank you for one of the messages you just did. I can't really go back and look. But yes, you were wearing like an orange shirt. And it was so pretty. But anyways, thank you for that message. But anyways, while I was listening to that message, I was getting downloads at the same time. And lo and behold, what did I hear outside? I hear the rooster, who literally is like roostering 24/7. And it was so quiet this morning, even when I asked the question the first time. And when I was watching her video and getting the downloads, the rooster was just going off. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's my sign. Not only is this message, for me, because it was hitting, um, also just the downloads I was receiving. And I was like, yes, like I just needed to listen. That last video was just not, the message was not for me, even though it included birds. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't for me. Um, but the other video that I went to, it was, and it was just like so many confirmations. Um, so going back to what I was beginning to say, the reason why I felt I was able to, find this video and not listen to the first video, which could have actually thrown me off my course, more than it probably would have helped, it's because I have a connection, with the universe, with spirit, and I listen to the signs. Okay. So, how do you build a connection with the universe so that you can always be in constant communication? One, you have to understand the patterns, the signs, the synchronicities. There's so many ways that the universe is going to want to connect with you, and that could be through numbers, that could be through animals, that could be through the way that the wind moves or the weather changes, certain words, dreams, downloads, songs. There's so many ways. And I feel like when you are building your connection with spirit, with the universe, you have to build like this sort of trust, right? And then you also have to, build a connection with the types of signs and patterns and synchronicities out there. Like for me, I connect very well with numbers. I am a number girl. When I see certain numbers, I already know what's up, what's going on, like what the universe is, trying to tell me. Also with certain animals, like the birds. I have like such a great connection with the birds. If you are on this level, you're on this level. But even as far back as like the blue avians, if some of you guys know about the blue avians, the star seeds, they're like these bird-like creatures who, are very great with light and communication, and they're here to help humanity, reach a higher level through knowing how the universe works. And this is like what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, this is so cool. I love this. But it's like when you it's like having this connection with spirit, having these different connections with these signs and patterns and synchronicities and whatnot, the animals and da 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 da. It's like spirits holding your hand through life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't miss. And as long as you have a constant communication, with spirit, it's just like your connection becomes stronger. So it's like know the different ways that the universe likes to connect. And also you're going to have your own connection, and it's building that trust and that faith within the universe, like that it's going to show up, exactly how and when you need it to. And that's a lot of it too. It's just it comes down to trusting, you know what I'm saying? When you allow yourself to just open up and trust and really build that raw connection with the universe, like life is good. Life is good. And even when you're going through your battles and your challenges, like you have such a like a bigger, you see the bigger picture from a higher perspective, right? So yeah, I think, you know when it's time to be guided, when you don't know where to go next, when you're just kind of confused with life and what's going on, talk to the universe. Talk to the universe. Ask the universe to show you what's going on, what you need to do next. Like as long as you have like that constant communication, like actually talking to the universe, you know what I'm saying? Like today, like when I was talking to the birds and I asked the birds, was this message for me? It was like me talking to like another person. I know that might sound so crazy. I mean, you could definitely talk in your head, I guess, but if you know, you know. But like it's just the actual dialogue, and seeing the universe as like a being that's higher, than you. Or just what I'm trying to say. I think this message is probably coming to a close because I'm running out of things to say, and I think I said all that I needed to say. But yeah, you know, when you need guidance, when you need insight, when you need anything, it's always important to have a connection with the universe, because the universe is going to tell you what's going on through signs, patterns, synchronizations, intuition, dreams. And this is how you stay on top of what's going on. Um, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I'm so proud of myself for being here and getting this message out. I can't wait for more videos to share. For those of you guys who tuned in, thank you for watching. And yeah, when you are ready to build that connection with spirit, all you have to do ask and you shall receive. But you have to be on the lookout. You have to be open, okay? You have to trust. And most importantly, you have to listen. And when I mean listen with all of your senses, okay? But yeah, that is my message for you guys today. I'm so proud of myself. And thank you for tuning in. When the spirit is ready. Yes, I forgot my title, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I think I'm going to end that there. And I hope this message resonated with you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.